This man has powers that all men would envy. Just give him 3 minutes. A man can make a woman fall in love with him. He's been with so many women, most of the time he can't even name them. That day the boss called him into his office in a rage. He fired him on the spot. Because not only had he dated all the women in the company, even the boss's daughter-in-law, and even his wife. The women cried at Jack's departure, but Jack was cool with it. On the way home, he made eye contact with the driver. The 30-minute journey took 4 hours, but his luck didn't stop there. Just after he got home, he found a new neighbor next door. It was only a matter of a few words before Jack got the better of her. Jack thought he'd find a new job soon after he was fired, but when he went back for a new interview, he was surprised. Jack's story was all over the place. Even though he was interviewing every day, no company would hire him. Even the female bosses turned him down after using him. Everyone was afraid that Jack was going to date one of the women in the company. Luckily, after a lot of hard work, he found a company full of men. He thought the lack of female coworkers would be the end of his problems. What Jack didn't realize was, the company was staffed by men, but the boss was a hot female model. A man has superpowers. Any woman who talks to him for more than 3 sentences will fall in love with him. Soon all the female colleagues in the company, including the boss's daughter, he's been with all of them. But Jack was in trouble now. He found out that his new boss is a hot female model. In the past, Jack would have been happy, but now he's scared, because the owner of the new company is the most powerful gangster in the area. There was a guy. He looked at his boss's wife a little too much. He was killed. Jack was afraid he'd make the same mistake, so he went to a psychiatrist to get his mind right. But to Jack's surprise, the psychotherapist, who'd been working on himself for decades, just because he talked to Jack a little bit more, he broke the rules. So Jack went straight to the most famous sorcerer in the area. But to Jack's dismay, the sorcerer had fallen as well. When his friend learnt of his predicament, they recommended Anna as a psychiatrist. She had a unique advantage. She had no interest in men. Knowing the situation, Anna quickly devised a treatment plan for Jack. She could keep an eye on him 24 hours a day. Whenever Jack talks to a woman, she'll come out and make trouble. To celebrate his rebirth, Jack invited the entire neighborhood to his home. It turned out that almost all the female neighbors had been conquered by him. In order to cut Jack's life short, Anna lied that he had a contagious disease. This scared the hell out of everyone. They were all in a hurry to get to the hospital for a checkup, and so it was with Anna's interference. Every woman who tried to take him further was stopped. The woman gently presses the remote control on her hand. The body of the man behind her immediately began to tremble. But the woman doesn't stop. Soon the man collapses to the ground. Jack has a special attraction for women. As long as he had his eye on a woman, no one could escape his clutches. He even dated all the women in the company. In order to cure himself, Jack asked Anna to put this shock belt on him, to stop him from hitting on anyone he couldn't control. That day Jack was assigned by his boss to receive the press. Looking at all the beautiful women on stage, Jack's old habits kicked in. Anna reminded him through the headset. She told him to think of all the beautiful women on stage as scruffy old men. It worked. Jack was able to fulfill his boss's orders. But at the end of the meeting, a female reporter chose to stay behind. She said she was impressed by Jack's performance. She wanted to have dinner with him. Looking at the beautiful woman in front of him, Jack had forgotten Anna's advice. He was about to lose everything he'd worked for. Anna had a brilliant idea. She faked a jump to get everyone's attention. Anna's dedication brought Jack back to his senses. He didn't think anyone would risk so much for him. Touched, Jack realized that he had fallen in love with Anna, and after spending time with her, Anna's female hormones were reactivated. The two of them were officially in love. That night, Anna invites Jack to meet her parents. As soon as he left the house, Jack saw a car waiting for him. Jack thought it was a surprise. When he got in the car, he realized it was his boss's wife. As soon as they met, the boss's wife confessed her love for him. She told him that she's been in love with Jack since he first joined the company. But Jack refused. Jack chose to refuse. Instead of risking a short-lived pleasure, Jack wanted to fall in love.